So this is part 3 of understanding proportional relationships, and we're going to look at example 2. Allie mows lawns in her neighborhood to make extra spending money, and we're going to look at that in a linear relationship. We have the equation 30x minus 2y equals 0, and that compares the amount of money Allie earns, y, so that is going to represent her y value, to the number of lawns she mows, which is going to be our x value. So the question is, how much money does Allie earn for each lawn she mows? So each lawn she mows, so since each is like for one of them, that word should trigger for you the idea of unit rate. So when you see that word, I want you to think single, and if it's looking at two different things, how much money for how many lawns she mows, that's unit rate. So you're going to use the steps of solving an equation to get the equation in function form. And again, this is something you have experience with. We're solving for y. So we're going to start by just rewriting our equation. And we want to get the y value by itself. So we're going to subtract the x term from both sides. So we want to subtract 30x from both sides. Those will cancel, and that leaves us with negative 2y is equal to negative 30x, because 0 plus negative 30x just gives us negative 30x. And then we need to get the y by itself, so we're going to divide by negative 2. And we want to do that on both sides to keep it equal. That will cancel the coefficient of negative 2. And we end up with, just moving our work over here, we end up with y is equal to on the left, and on the right we want to take our 30 divided by negative 2, or negative 30 divided by negative 2, which gives us 15x. And so we have y is equal to 15x, and then if we're looking at that y-intercept, it's 15x plus 0, or just 15x. And then you're asked to determine the slope of the equation. And that's where we want to remember in our function form, we have y equals mx plus b, and m is our slope. So looking at that, m is our slope, so the slope of the equation is 15. And then we can use the slope to write unit rate. Remember that slope and unit rate and rate of change are all the same. So our slope is 15 over 1, and so that is going to be $15 for one lawn. And then, of course, when we have a word problem, it's always best to write a sentence answer. So we have Allie earns $15 per lawn.